I'm Chelsea Palmatier from St. Paul, Minnesota, and I'm here to speak out against sexual assault. I'm Ella Darger from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I'm here because I'm passionate about speaking out about sexual assault.
I'm Mia Jackman. I'm from St. Paul, Minnesota, and I'm here to speak out against sexual assault.
I'm Melissa Volkman. I'm from Boulder Junction, Wisconsin, and I'm here to speak about sexual assault. I'm McKenna Narone. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I'm here to speak out about sexual assault. Rape culture is when society tells pretty girls that they were asking for it and ugly girls that they were lucky to have it.
When you go tell your friends what happened to you, and they say, "Oh, really? Because he told me that you wanted it."
Saying like, well, where were you? What were you drinking? What were you wearing? Like, who were you with? What time was it? Like, what area of town were you in? It's really easy to take yourself out of the conversation. If you're like, well, that doesn't apply to me, so I don't care. But like, if you think about yourself in that position, it can apply to you. Well, like if you think about, you know, a woman in your life, like your mother, your sister, your daughter. When someone comes to you and says, like, so what's happened, your response is one of the first things that they remember. Well, what was I doing? Like, why was I there by myself? I shouldn't have been there. I shouldn't have worn that dress or that shirt. I shouldn't have been with these people. I shouldn't have drank that much. When really it should be more like, are you okay? What can I do to help you? Just show that you're supportive of them and that you want to help them in this whole healing process versus finding out like blaming them for saying like, well, it's because you wore that shirt. If you were wearing some sassy shirt or just because like my jeans are tight, that's no reason for you to be raped. There is no reason. It doesn't matter. If you're walking down the street naked or in like 10 layers of clothes, like you are never asking for anything unless you physically say like yes. If there's no consent, then it's rape. Like, you know, there's no victim blaming, there's nothing, it's not her fault. When I hear these stories of like women walking through parking garages and men coming out of nowhere and like raping her right there, like how can I not think about that when I'm walking alone like on the back roads? Or like how can I not have that like fear when a car slows down and it's walking by me and I'm alone at night going back to my dorm? Like, safety is really important to me. And I think it's really important to recognize that like everyone's experiences in these situations is different. So because of that, they're going to receive threats differently. Whenever like my friends and we go to a party, then we always like have our game plan where it's like we'll be walking over and like, okay girlie, so like what do you want to do tonight? Or like how much do you want to drink? Like when do you want me to cut you off? Kind of thing. And we have that discussion right away. So that way if something happens that like we didn't plan on happening, that we know what's going on. I mean, if you leave, we leave together.
You have to always be alert. You don't have to view everyone as like a threat to your person, but you have to just be aware. If there is a group of people coming towards you and you're alone, be aware of what they're doing.
Forcing yourself or forcing the people that you're educating or discussing this with to not be able to distance themselves.
One of my advisors, when she was in grad school, she TA'd for a really prominent person in the field that I'm going into. And there was this part of the class where the professor talks about glacial periods, and he comes up with a mnemonic device for remembering them. And the letters are GMRW. And so he came up with good men rape women. That was his mnemonic device back in the 80s that he gave to an intro to this class, like an introduction class hundreds of students at a big undergraduate institution, that really kind of summarizes the problem, is that he, in a position of power, position of authority, is telling students, this is a good way to remember glacial periods. Good men rape women. Why not good men respect women? True men respect women in every form, in every way. They respect their body, their mind, their soul, their spirit.
What actually happens when you brush them off is they say, never mind, you was a bitch anyways.
We can't win. We can't do anything right. It's we're a slut if we give it up. We're a bitch if we don't. No matter where you go, you're objectified by your pieces, not even as a whole person. Rape culture is when, hey baby, show me your boobs. Whatever, you were a bitch anyway.